Welcome to your favorite story channel, Storywise. Make habits obvious. Visible cues create consistent action by Nazir Latifi.
Fatima's famous clues. Fatima never understood why good habits felt impossible to remember. She wanted to be the kind of girl who drank plenty of water, practiced her soccer drills, and read her books every night. But her brain seemed to have a delete button for every good intention she had. She often sat at her desk, staring at a blank planner, wondering why she couldn't just stay on track. By the time Fatima remembered she was supposed to be hydrated, she was already parched and the kitchen felt miles away. When she thought about reading, she was usually already tucked under the covers, and her book was buried somewhere in a messy pile across the room. She felt like she was constantly chasing her goals, but never quite catching them. Her older brother Zain found her sighing over her long to-do list. He was always organized and seemed to get things done without a struggle. "You're trying to remember everything with your mind," Zain said, leaning against the doorframe. "But the secret is to remember with your eyes. Your brain follows what it sees." "If you want to do something, you have to make it impossible to miss," Zain explained. Fatima decided to test his theory. She started with her first goal, drinking more water. She went to the kitchen and grabbed her favorite bright blue water bottle, filling it to the very top. Instead of leaving the bottle in the kitchen or hiding it in her backpack, Fatima placed it right in the center of her study desk. The next morning, the moment she sat down to start her math homework, the bottle was staring right at her. Without even thinking about it, she reached out, took a long sip, and kept working. It was the easiest habit she had ever kept. "It worked!" Fatima cheered, showing Zain her empty bottle. "Now I want to be ready for soccer practice without rushing." Zain nodded and pointed to her messy closet. Together, they picked out her bright yellow jersey, her matching shorts, and her cleats. They didn't put them away. They laid them out in a neat line right in the middle of the rug. The next morning, Fatima didn't have to hunt for a clean pair of socks in the dark or dig through a laundry basket. As soon as her feet hit the floor, the yellow jersey acted like a big, bright signal. It said, "Time to move." She was dressed and ready to play before her alarm clock even finished its song. Finally, Fatima tackled her reading goal. Usually, her adventure books were lost under her bed or left in the living room. She cleared off her nightstand, removing the old toys and empty snack wrappers. Then, she took her newest novel and placed it right on top of her pillow. That night, when Fatima climbed into bed, she didn't have to go searching for something to do. The book was already there, waiting for her. She didn't even think about grabbing her tablet or a toy. She opened the cover and read 3 whole chapters until her eyes grew heavy and she drifted off to sleep with a smile. Fatima realized that she didn't need a better memory. She just needed better clues. By changing what she saw, she changed what she did. Her room wasn't just a place to sleep anymore. It was a map leading her to her best self. What surrounds you shapes what you repeat.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.
Don't forget one story per day.